I saw that message and I got the biggest ick.
You said what? What's the worst message you received?
Oh, I feel like there's so many things I could say right now, but I think when they ask if you can cook and clean.
Oh my God, that's my favorite question.
Really? To ask?
Do you guys actually get offended when you ask?
Yeah, because it's a survival skill. Like, don't you know how to cook and clean? Like, why is it always the woman that has to do that?
Because I'm the provider. She was at home, so she has to make sure she knows how to cook and clean.
Yeah, but I understand that, but I feel like it's just a basic survival skill. Like, what if I'm not there? How are you going to feed yourself?
I'm gonna order.
See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. It's a basic skill that you need to learn, like how to cook, how to clean.
But you have like let's say a checklist for a guy.
Well, he has to be God-fearing. I think that's so important to me. Like, praying 5 times a day is really, really important to me. And I know, like, as a woman, I know, even though I have this like big checklist, I know as a man, you're probably thinking that, do you do those things as well? But yeah, like I pray 5 times a day. I expect him to do the same thing. I want us to be on the same level or striving towards like the same goal. He has to have a provider mindset, 100%. Like, I'm not expecting him to be a millionaire, but to be able to provide, I think that's different.
But what about if I was acting the same way you did, like being like, oh, what would you expect me to provide? It's the same way of like me telling you, you should know how to cook and clean. I could act the same. Why should I have the provider mindset when women are working?
I think that's 2 completely different things. Cooking and cleaning is a basic skill. Like, you have to be able to clean after yourself. Like,
I mean, I'm not saying like being like dirty and then messy.
But a lot of men are like that.
Yes.
And they expect you to clean up his mess.
I'm not asking like to be my mom or like look after me. I'm asking you, do you have cooking skills?
Okay, but do you have cooking skills?
Yes, I do.
You said you're going to order. What's that order going to be?
I have to cook when I'm broke.
Yeah, so this is what I mean. Like, if I'm not here, I expect you to be able to do these things. It's like a basic skill.
Yeah, I get it. You guys just don't like the title of like cooking and cleaning because it looks like, oh, I'm not a maid. For me, it's no more question. Like, have you got a 9 to 5? Can you cook and clean? No. Okay, cool. Let's learn. End of the story.
I don't think a lot of men think like that. I understand like it's a conversation that like a topic that comes later on. I get that. That's fair. But immediately, like, it's like the first thing that they ask. Again, I feel like they think like this is your identity. This is your role. Like, can't you do that? Can't you cook and clean? As my first question, I think I want them to be straight to the point and very clear. So where is this conversation going? Like, I don't want them to waste my time. And like, I don't want to be in the talking stage for weeks and months asking me what my favorite color is or if I could cook and clean. It's important, but it's not the most important question. The first question to ask is like my values as a Muslim woman as well. I think that's most important.
Yeah, but like now it's so easy to basically lie. People can lie. Like, I can ask you, like, what's your value? And then you just go on ChatGPT and then pull up a whole, like, bio and they're telling me, like, okay, I'm this. I'm like, what? She's the perfect woman. Because I also feel like cooking and cleaning is more about, like, the way you've been raised. As in, like, if you spend time with your mom, she told you how to cook. I don't know. Maybe it's just a man point of view. You're probably thinking this guy is crazy, but
in my opinion, I think it's a life skill that everyone has to learn.
What about your dad? Because like I heard a lot of girls saying like, oh, I'm looking for a man like my dad who can provide.
To your dad, you're the most special, like the most beautiful, most like intelligent like woman in the world. I think that's what it is. I think a lot of girls want princess treatment from their man, and they were used to getting that from their dad, especially if they came from a very financially stable household, and if they speak to someone that's not on a similar level financially or a very different level, it's quite hard to adjust to.
So would you keep talking to him?
Oh, if he's not financially stable. As long as he's not a lazy man, I think that's different. If he's constantly working towards that goal and he has a goal, he has visions, I think that's so important. So if he can be broke, but he could still have a provider mindset. He could still, as long as he's ambitious, has dreams, has a vision. If he's lazy and not financially stable, that's different. That's like a red flag for me. I value time more than anything. And if you value financial freedom, you'll get time. Another message that's like an ick to me would probably be them expecting you to kind of live with his mum. Like, it's more of like, not a message, but it's like, when you live with my family, blah, blah, but who said I was going to do that? Like, never agreed on that. No, I never agreed with living with your mum.
Well, wait, but like, what about if it's not financially stable yet?
Okay, I think that's different.
Would you compromise?
I would compromise, but I think eventually, like, we have to move out, especially Islamically as well. Like, it's encouraged to, you know, have your own home as well, because it causes a lot of arguments and a lot of problems living with your in-laws. No, but it's actually true though, it does. I don't want that reality. It's encouraged to move out and, you know, live in your own home, to have your own place, and not to live with your mother-in-law. I don't like when they assume that I'm going to be doing that, because that's not something I discussed and something I don't want to do. So what's like the worst message that you've ever received? I gave you like the biggest ick.
I would say slow replies.
So replies.
Yeah, pretending like you're busy but you're not. Posting on your story and not replying to my text. That's the biggest thing ever. Like, why would you pretend like you're 24/7 on your phone? Just reply to me.
Yeah, but I think that's more like some girls want to be chased. So they don't want to look like they're available 24/7.
Yeah.
They want you to put in the work.
Sometimes you put out the work, they're not even interested, but they still want to be chased.
Oh, okay. They're maybe not interested, but they like the feeling of being wanted. Maybe it's that. But I do get what you mean when they start posting good stories and stuff. But I think a lot of guys do that as well. And I think that's worse when a guy does it. Because I feel like they're supposed to put in the work. You know, they're supposed to chase after the woman.
Yeah, but depend, like, if the woman show them like she's into them, the guy just gonna step back. She has to be a bit like, oh, I'm not really interested.
Not play the game, but you have to just not be like 24/7 available to the guy. Because I don't know, I don't know, from what I've heard, I guess some men like the chase. So maybe it's that, I don't know. But I do get why girls do that, so.
How should a guy actually message you?
Not by saying yo. Yeah, don't say yo, please. Like, be like, you're a man, you should know how to speak like properly at least. Like, not yo, not like hey, like, no, just salam me. You know, if you're a Muslim man, salam me. Like, if that's how you speak to your family and everyone else, don't I deserve the same respect? So you salam me, you ask how I am. How would you want a girl to message you?
I would say just being herself. I'm not really into, like, I haven't got any codes like you have to be this.
Okay.
She can ask me like, what do you want to eat? I'll be happy.
What should I cook for you?
Yeah, what should I cook for you? But he's right, like, I'm 100% agree with the salam.
So if she was interested in you, what would you want her to say to you?
Yeah, I would say like salam alaikum. I would say like, I feel like if she's a Muslim girl, I would just expect her to act like, as in like trying her best.
Yeah. What if like a girl asked you, like she was interested for marriage?
Yeah, I feel like a man, like especially like a Muslim, and the way we've been raised, so we've been prepared, let's say, our whole life to, let's say, get married. If you're interested, you're just gonna put the work and then make sure it works. Also, age is a really, really big part. Now, like I'm over 25, I'd be like, okay, maybe now I'm ready, I got a job, so if I'm speaking to a girl and I like her, I might ask for her dad number.
So you're making your intention clear. Okay, that's good.